need a green screen in here. It's getting there.
For my jeans, who would've known I'd be battling a fiend? Is this my fate in this hip-hop scene? High like a kite, but I'm down on my knees, battling enemies of my nightmare dreams. Open my eyes as I stare at screens, hope in my lies I believe by machines. Know when my crowds are playback scenes, no one feeling that pain that precedes.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another real estate video brought to you by Built by Bailey's and Colt Real Estate. Both channels found on YouTube to provide you with the most bang for your buck in the real estate world and to be successful into real estate of all levels. And that bang for your buck is pretty good because it's free 99. So listen up. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 tools that you need to put into a tool belt to be successful in real estate. Does that make sense? As many of you guys know, I'm a home builder, licensed general contractor, but I'm also a licensed real estate agent. So I wear a lot of hats every day, and today we're going to kind of cross over those two worlds from the home building and construction industry and the real estate industry. We're going to bring some tools into a tool belt that I wear a lot of days, and at the same time use those tools to be successful in real estate, especially as you're starting out. So we're going to get into the 3 different tools I think are the most important at the beginning, but again, throughout your real estate career, whether it's flipping homes, real estate investing of any kind, even dealing with your personal residence as you guys get into buying your first home, your second home, and so on. So let's get started and dive right into what we're going to be doing today. Okay, tool number 1 to put in your belt is to get your real estate license. If you are going to be successful in real estate, whether it's flipping, development, whatever it is, you need to be licensed, and I'm going to show you why. So this is the first tool you're going to stick in your belt. How do you do that? Well, you got to get your pre-licensing first, and that requires either going in person to a real estate school or going online. I know most of you guys are into other careers or jobs at some level, and you're looking to be able to continue to do that while getting your license, as with most people that jump into this career, and that's why you got to go online and take these classes. So realestateexpress.com, McKissick is hand in hand with that. You go to McKissick Express, that's funny, realestateexpress.com, okay, select your state. I'm in Colorado, select education, get your license, find courses. Okay, it's going to pull up all the courses, all the packages. This is for Colorado. So all the packages, anywhere from the basics all the way up to the ultimate learning. You see the difference in prices. If you're going to be successful in real estate, you're already a self-starter. You're a disciplined self-starter, okay? So you shouldn't need more than this package. Now, some of us take testing differently. Some of us learn differently. That's why they offer these other programs in order to help you get more out of the online course. My personal preference is to just go ahead and get the cheapest one and go ahead and click enroll and get started. Here in Colorado, we need 168 hours of pre-licensing in order to be able to take the real estate exam. It is one of the toughest in the country. Every state is different as far as what they require for pre-licensing hours. So make sure you click on the right state that you're going to be working in and go from there. You can read through and decide for yourself which program you want. However, like I said, if you're going to be successful in real estate, you're going to be a disciplined self-starter. You're going to be self-motivated, and you really shouldn't need, if you're going to be good at this, anything more than this program in the basics, okay? But it doesn't matter because this is going to be based on how you're going to learn all of the subject matter in order to get started in real estate and get your license. So this part is up to you guys. Totally, you guys got to understand who you are as far as a student and how you learn. So go from there, okay? So that's how you get started. Get all your hours, go take the test, pass the test, get your license, and then go find a brokerage to work for. You're going to need 2 years under a employing broker in order to go independent. After that, either you can stay with that brokerage, move off on your own, become an employing broker. That's kind of based on what direction your career takes you in real estate, but there's many ways to use that license. Again, if you're flipping homes, you don't need more than an independent license. And I would suggest getting away from the brokerages if you're going to be doing that because of the commission splits. You want to be able to, at some point, collect all 100% of the commission every time. So that's important. Anyway, so there you go. That's what you do there. Here is the reason why, talking about commissions. Okay. If you're flipping homes and even buying and selling your own investment properties, you need to have your license, and here's why. This tool is probably the most powerful of the 3 tools that we're going to talk about in the tool belt, and this is the example, okay? So with your license, when you have your real estate license, and this is going to be a flip the house example, let's say you purchase a property for $180,000, you're going to fix it up. Okay, the commission to you, and these are just kind of general numbers, most of the time type numbers, you are the selling agent or the buyer agent to yourself. You collect 2.8% in general terms. When you purchase this property, that equates to $5,000 on a $180,000 purchase. Okay, you can either collect that commission, there's cash in your pocket to use however you're going to use during the project, or you can even deduct that from the sales price. You just let the listing agent know, or the seller, if it's not listed by an agent, hey, I am a licensed real estate professional. I am entitled to a commission. However, I can knock off $5,000 to $6,000 from the sales price based on the negotiations, and you don't have to pay a commission. We can keep it pretty neat and clean. You can do the contract, yada, yada, okay? So there's some negotiating tools here as well as collecting some money up front for your project. Then you turn around and you sell it for $300,000 at the end of the day. There's your after repair value, or ARV, okay? In general terms, again, 6% commission in total on this would equal 3.2% to the listing agent, which would be you in this case when you're selling it. So that's $18,000 that comes out of these proceeds if you are not licensed. You would save $9,600 because you are not paying 3.2% to a listing agent because, well, that's you, okay? So the only commission you have to pay is if a selling agent or a buyer agent comes into the picture to help sell this property for you, you'd be paying out around 2.8%, okay? So $8,400 is all you'd end up paying on this project in commissions without a license. Now we're talking about it. Same purchase on the front end, commission to you, 0. Because you don't get anything. Guess what? The person that's representing you as the buyer's agent, well, they're going to collect that $5,040 instead. You get nothing. On the other end, you turn around to sell it, $300,000 on your ARV, okay? 6% again, you end up losing another $18,000 right off the top to both agents. Because you got to pay the listing agent and you got to pay the selling agent or the buyer's agent, okay? That is a huge tool to understand. You need to get your license, and that's the reason why. Main reason. Same thing would apply to investment properties, all the way down the line to even selling your own primary residence. You are saving money on the front end, you are making money, and then you are definitely saving money on the back end. So keep that in mind. Okay, second tool to place in your tool belt is knowing how to find records and information of off-market deals. Once you're licensed and you actually have the ability to get on the MLS systems, there's plenty of information you can pull from those MLSs, multi-list services. However, all the off-market stuff that you're really going to be looking for your own projects, flipping, investment properties, whatever, you got to be able to dig a little deeper. And understanding how to dig and understanding what shovel to use is very important. That's why we're going to jump in and look at what an assessor's website is, okay? Every county across the country will have an assessor's website, and that's basically a site that provides public information of all the properties, okay? So again, I'm up in Boulder County, Colorado, so I would go, if I'm going to be looking in that county, and I've driven past some homes, and they are off market, but they look like they need to be sold. There's someone that needs to be helped for all the keys that we've been looking at as far as just driving by a property. Dilapidation, especially in the summertime, landscaping issues as far as overgrown foliage, etc. There's all the keys we've been talking about to look for, and you write down those addresses, and then you run back into the office and you go look them up. So you go to the county. Okay, every county's got a website. Not all of them may have this online, but it's 2020, so most do, okay? So then we want to go ahead and type in an address. So let me go type in an address. Let's just pick one that you've written down. Example around here, I don't know, 1307 Centaur Circle. Okay, so now I've got all the information here that I want. I can do the drop-down boxes. This is obviously particular to this county assessor's website. Every single one of them is different. But as you can see here, I now have owner information, mailing address. I've got the subdivision name. I've got information here I can use. The assessment is also key to look at because you want to look at what the county's taxing it on based on a breakdown of land and improvements. The improvements being the structure that's on the land itself. This is kind of a quick ballpark way to start looking at what values are on the existing property. Obviously, the assessed value is going to be lower than the value it's going to sell for unless we're in a really funky market like, let's say, 2008. A lot of that stuff can get upside down. However, as you can see in this assessor's website, I can get all kinds of information. I can get the deeds and sale. So these are the last sales that they've recorded all the way back to 1975, what it sold for. Sometimes these don't record. Now, this one's kind of interesting because you can see it says $0 sale price. It's very possible this is the original owner to the home. And what they've done is a quick claim deed of some sort. You can actually go into the clerk and recorder and find information on the deeds and what were filed with the assessor's office and get a better idea of, is this the original owner and what's going on with that. So you have to learn how to dig. But on the surface of this and the basis of this, you can see all the different information you can gather to make a determined look at this home and be able to contact the owner and see if they're interested in selling. Just another tool you can use on top of all the other dialers and everything else you've been learning about through Colt Real Estate and through my videos as well. So a lot of things you can look at in here. There's sometimes you can actually find surveys that were recorded with Boulder County in particular. It's rare that you can actually find that. You can actually even go in here and get different street views. So you can launch one of these. A lot of times, like with Boulder County, again, I can actually use one of the tools they have in there to get a dimensioned view of the lot itself. So I can actually draw from point to point to figure out a rough estimate of the lot size itself as this scrolls up. So here's the lot itself. And then I can actually go in and use these map actions and draw on here as well. So aerial view, blended, and then just street. So that's a tool you can use, and you have to just start learning all your different county assessor websites to be able to gather this information. And like I said, they're all different, but you get familiar with them the more that you do. Obviously, when you're just starting out, stay local to what you know so you understand when you're pulling something up and it looks familiar, you're in the right area. But there you go. That's one way to gather. All this information is public, and you can gather a lot of it. A lot of MLS websites will even be able to get you into some of this, and you can actually dig deeper and find mortgage information on a lot of the assessor websites and MLS websites as well, which will allow you to figure out if there's a lien or a loan on the property, how much it's for. And with that, you can make more educated decisions as to what offer to make if you're trying to help this person out, and both parties are going to be more applicable to making a decision at that point. So keep that in mind. That's the second tool in the tool belt for you guys to use. Let's move on to tool number 3. All right, the third tool we're going to be talking about is actually your wardrobe, okay? In real estate, you need to have a tire that fits what you're doing. This is a business. You're meeting with business people on all levels, whether it's for investment properties for yourself, whether you're flipping homes. At the end, you want to be able to showcase not only your project, but also who you are and not dress like a slob. My wife hammers me all the time for the way I dress because I don't care. I'm not here to impress anybody, but on some level, you actually are. So, although this is cool, shout out Confluence SBC, by the way, my man holding it down with the co-working up here in Lafayette, Colorado, Tom Hardy. However, I can't wear this to a real estate closing. It's not acceptable. I can't wear this if I'm meeting with clients. I can't wear this if I'm actually meeting with investors and trying to raise capital for another property or project that I'm trying to do. So unfortunately, the slobby bobby is not going to work. So we got to have an attire that goes in that tool belt. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there it is. In my case, I'm a shirt and tie guy when it comes to closings, meeting with investors, and so forth. That's the way I do it. I don't necessarily always wear a coat. It's very rare that I actually wear a suit and tie. Really kind of depends on the occasion, but for the most part, this is a presentable business casual look. And like I said, I wear it to every closing that I do, meeting with investors, client, first time meetings, so forth. I like to look presentable, not a slob like I am when I'm a contractor and I'm building homes somewhere. So this is what I can go with. Ladies, you kind of know, as far as business casual goes, what to wear. I'm not going to, try and dictate that, but that's your third tool, is to make sure you have attire that works for you. Fellas out there, if you don't know how to tie a tie, that's unfortunate. There is a thing called YouTube. Look it up. It's pretty easy. Get it figured out. Get it dialed in. There's your 3 tools to work with. Okay, with that being said, that's the video. Short and sweet, to the point. Now you got 3 strong tools to put in your tool belt to start with. That tool belt's going to get bigger, but let's start with putting those 3 in there. Let's move forward. You got questions? Make sure you hit me up. Follow me on Instagram, @ShaneBaileyBuilder. Thank you, Colt Real Estate, for putting this up again. I love doing these videos for you guys. Let's keep doing it. Follow Lending Tips on Instagram, @LendingTips. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Colt Real Estate channel on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, Built by Bailey's. Hit that bell. Make sure you get notifications so you can get more of these videos as they're coming out. We got them on all levels. Make sure you guys go ahead and like the video, leave your comments, and until next time, that's it.
I'll be battling a fiend. Is this my fate in this hip-hop scene? High like a kite, but I'm down on my knees, battling enemies of my nightmare dreams. Open my eyes at the stare at screens, hope in my lies, I believe by machines. Know when my crowds are playback scenes. No one feeling that pain that precedes. Killing or murder don't make me better. Teenage mutant, I'm more like Shredder. Cheese in my pocket, I call that cheddar. 9 on my waist, I call it go-getter. I cut the strings, I pull the lever. Take my mind to another level, I'm conscious, clever. I